Welcome back to TTC Cars. I'm Brian.
I'm Craig.
And this week we've got a giant Kia, and no, it's not a Telluride, but yes, it is electric. This is a Kia EV9, and this one has the GT-Line package, which means it's loaded and has dual motor. So 2024, long range and dual motor. Color's ocean blue over gray. Doesn't look gray to me, but okay. This puppy has the big battery, 99.8 kilowatt hour, lithium ion, dual motor, and fast charging ability. Price comes out to $78,430. But you get more than just the basic stuff. So the GT-Line comes with heads-up display, bigger wheels, which are silly, self-leveling rear suspension, which is nice if you have payload, that's pretty cool. And then the smart parking and all that kind of crap. More importantly though, is the GT-Line second row relaxation package. More on that in just a minute. So all that covered, it is rated at 80 miles per gallon E in PGE, which is not that great for an EV. It's pretty quick and it's dual motor. It's about 379 horsepower combined. You can get a longer range single motor with this big battery. This one's range is right at 300 miles. Give or take. So all that covered out of the way, let's talk about the nose. This looks to me, if you didn't know it was EV, you would think, oh, they redid the Telluride. Because cars look so silly nowadays. I can't tell if it's trying to be an EV or this is just the new look of the gas one.
You know what this is? This is the hamster mobile that had kids.
Oh my gosh, I don't like that at all. Look, the Kia Soul and I have a beef with a marketing program 10 years ago, but I'll get over it because this is actually a really well-made thing. Panel gaps are great, the paint quality is wonderful. And look at these lights alone. Hyundai and Kia have been doing cool stuff with lights for a long time and they are not losing their way. So instead of having like one bulb, they've got 12 elements on each side. How wild is that?
We need 24 elements. It's good.
I like it, I'm okay with that. You also get some stuff. So let's go check out wheels and tires. Coming on down to Tire Town, this is a wheel. It looks like it's off of Terminator or something. Look how blocky the design is. Kind of interesting.
Maybe RoboCop?
RoboCop. Oh, it's a plastic cover over a wheel. Okay. These are Hancooks. They are EV sound absorber tires. Interesting. Because this thing has a really low decibel level. Kia actually claims 52 decibels at highway speed. Oh, 58? That's still really, really low. So, impressed with that. 285, that's good. 45, that's good. 21, that's bad. If you're doing an EV and range matters, don't put a big heavy wheel, just stop it. That's a bad idea. On the fender flares, they are not flat. They are gloss and they're plastic. They will get scratched up like crazy. This is not an Instagram vehicle.
This means this is more for off-roading at speed like the TRD Pros.
Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, well, there you go. There's that. That same theme continues down here. The gloss black that people used to hate on their interiors is now on the outside of cars. I'm not sure why we're doing that, but it does look pretty cool. I'll give it that. You do get a roof rack, and it will hold.
That's pretty beefy.
Things. It's pretty beefy. I do want to talk about the door handles themselves, because if you lock the vehicle, there it is, they disappear.
Oh.
Flush. If we were away, you walk up to it, it automatically comes out. That's kind of cool. I like that. That's a nice touch. Really neat. And you just pull it. The whole thing is the handle. Pretty cool. Coming on down, no fuel door, Craig. Other side. There is a energy door.
There it is.
So, look at that.
Powered.
It's powered to use more juice from the battery. So there's that. I'm joking. I'm joking. It's good for level 2 and level 1 and all that good stuff. We've said this 100 times before and nothing's changed. If you're going to own one of these, have a plug in your residency or your employer's place, or it's going to be parked a lot. That's just how it needs to be. Now, all that covered, let's see what it sounds like.
Ooh, it's got a turbo.
Yeah, let's check out under the hood. All right, let's hop under the hood and see what's happening here. Ooh, it is dampened, and you do get some storage even with the dual motor, and it's really well finished off. It's not just exposed up here. We've seen some EVs, just wires everywhere, so it does look finished. You have some access ports for maintenance. That is for HVAC charging if you had an AC issue. This is for, oh, that's your battery cooling system. That's what the coolant level is for. Then here you have your air filter replacement.
I like the iPod charger right there. That's good.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, no.
All right, moral of the story is you do have room for some storage up here, including your charging cable. That's what really needs to belong up here. So many EVs forget that you can store that under the hood. Good job on that, Kia. They also are pulling the Ford Lightning trick, and they want you to know that you can charge other things.
Well, then you'll lose battery.
Right, but you can power things off the car is what they're saying. That's kind of neat, and like all things.
So like a gas car, you could siphon the gas and power something off of it.
If you have a generator, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like that. Also, like all things EV these days, there will be adapters for Tesla charging stations on the road, which will help a lot for those that have some range anxiety, but no one really cares about that. Let's check out the interior.
All right, Brian, let's check out the interior of the EV9. But first, Brian, check out this key. This is a very happy key. That's nice. And I like the texture on it. It's really cool. Actually, in all seriousness, it is a pretty cool looking key. I like that.
And but hold on, there's a lot of features on it too. So not only does it have the light up Kia thing right there, which the other ones do too, you have your parking modes. You can actually park this thing
Right, which I can never get to work, but yes, it does do that.
User error.
And then obviously you can open up that rear hatch, lock it, and then alert button if someone's attacking you, but no one's attacking me right now, so I'm going to open this. Let's see if there's a foot thing. If there is, it doesn't work, but there is a button and it automatically opens. I could also use the fob, but I'm not going to. The window is not split. That would have been nice, but it's not. We've got the seats folded down right now, Brian, and you're going to watch live to see if we can get them back up. Let's hit this button. Oh, that does the second row. So the second rows go down as well. That's pretty cool. Let's just go ahead and put them all down. Why not, while we're here? But Brian, to bring the third row up, we pull this little lever, pops right back into business, and we actually still have some room back here. Look at this. This is actually pretty good. This is the actual charging cable that comes with the car. It comes with a nice little case. This is just 110, but you could get a level 2 charger and put it in there. Nice that they give you a case for that.
Yep.
But then when you do fold these down, Brian, and now we got the second row down since we've been talking, that's a lot of room. Look at that. That's actually quite spacious, and it's got a tall enough roof line even though the battery's up, so the load floor height is actually pretty high.
Good. Yeah,
it's pretty high, so you don't have a lot of room down low in this. Oh, it's actually Velcro, so it stays. That's nice.
It's a very Telluride of this.
Very Telluride, but let's see what we got down here. We have a little bit of storage.
That's a
this is a
your inflator kit,
tire sealant kit, front license plate bracket, and bags. This is a redundancy switch like in a fighter pilot. So when you want to shoot the thing, you got to flip the thing, then hit shoot. So yeah, it's a safety. Okay. So it's a hard safety is what that is.
And then over here you have your charging outlet, which is 125 volts, 15 amps. Kind of thought that'd be more.
And it slides so that for child safety?
So it can rattle down the road.
All right, Brian, let's check out the third row. Let's get in. And Brian, this is a big deal because there's not a lot of EVs with usable third rows. This is a full-size seat back here. Hit the button and pull a little bit. And now it is ready to be returned to its normal spot. Let's see if my feet get crushed. No, not so bad. Okay, this is actually surprising. And I actually have some room back here. Vents in the ceiling that is very nice. They're not stuck in the side or down low. I can actually feel that when I'm sitting back here. That's going to be nice. And I got cup holders to leave juice boxes and all that fun stuff. Brian, let's see if you fit.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And with lots of pad on, plenty of headroom. That's a major pass.
Not a lot of knee room, Barn, but that person could keep that seat forward, so you actually could ride back here if you had to, going to dinner in town.
It can be done, for sure.
All right, Brian, before we get to the second row, let's check out the door. It's a nice padded door sill. That's very nice with the peasant blockers. You need that in these cars. And a nice padded armrest, which does not pass all the way through, so you could put a phone there. Brian, don't do it. I don't want you to break yours.
Not too late.
And then a water bottle holder for small water bottles, maybe economically responsible water bottles.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get in the second row, and Brian, it's a little far forward, so I'm gonna move it back because I got no one in the third row now, and I don't really care about my younger siblings back there. So I've got a lot of room. I'm sitting behind Brian, who is 6'4". Look at all this knee room.
That's a lot.
In fact, they say this second row has more room than a Cadillac Escalade or Range Rover, believe it or not. Wow. And actually, I do believe it. So, Brian, let's check out the textiles. You mentioned that earlier. That is really neat. A lot of cool textures going on there. We'll just go to gray, a different type of gray, and then the white seats themselves. Yes, look at this. You get a nice footrest. That's really nice. Down here, let's check out the middle. Look at this thing. This pulls out, and you've got even more space. So
also, this goes back.
Storage, little cubby. That's pretty cool. Charging wise, we do get charged. You would think they'd be here. But they're on the side, and that works there because you put your phone here and you charge there and you're in business.
And also, if you're doing the drive me around mode, you can adjust the front.
Yes. And then you also get mat pockets on both sides. Brian, where's the AC? What's going on? We got it up here. We got controls back here, so it's tri-zone climate control, and I get the roof vents up in the second row as well. Brian, I'm a little concerned because we have a moonroof up here, a moonroof back here for the dual moons if you're on a different planet.
Oh, yeah.
So you can put moonroofs back here and still have headroom.
Interesting, everybody else. Good job, Kia.
Okay, to the front.
Right.
All right, Brian, let's check out the door, the front row, and it's padded. They know what they're doing up here.
Same story.
And same story as the second row door. We're not going to really talk more about that. But Brian, over here, I am going to mention on my door, the ball chillers and heating function.
Cross chillers
is in the door. That's interesting. They're usually in the center cluster. Brian, you mentioned the second row, you had the little footrest. You have them here as well.
Driver and passenger.
Really cool.
Yeah.
One of the things I love that Kia does with the EVs, they take advantage of the extra space we have here by not having a drive tunnel or a transmission tunnel.
Storage.
This is what you should have in EVs. This is the advantage you get. That's pretty cool. You can cover that up so it looks a little more refined. But we're drinking Monster. We ain't refined. So pretty cool. I've done that in other Kias. Brian here holds broken phones. That's really good. The Qi charging does work. And Brian, I got a little more storage back here. I can't move that around, but I don't know. I can hide this phone back here.
That's so much down here. You're okay. Also, glove box.
Oh, very nice. Okay. And then Brian, let's start this bad boy up and see what happens. Okay, hang on. Wait a minute. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I got a phone call about this weekend.
Shh, don't say anything. I got it.
There it is.
There's a button down here. So y'all saw this live. This is the first time I've done this.
I did not tell him.
He did not tell me, and it's right here. This is how you start it. There's no start button anywhere else except here. You know what, Brian? I like that.
I do too. It's clean
pretty
and
cool.
not cluttered.
It's clean and not in the way, and I like it. And the shifter, they started in some other Hyundais and Kias. This is the way to do a shifter. It's out of the way, but it's still a stock. That's nice. We get the squared off everything. That's probably a theme coming to more Kias, I would bet. And it continues here. I like that. We do get the dual screen. Not sure what I think about that. Interestingly, though, Brian, most dual screens, there's nothing here.
Yeah, you got something.
This little center spot, you get HVAC controls. Yep. I kind of like the kind of got a permanent spot.
And it never leaves.
You do get these soft touch or haptic touch buttons here. I'm not the biggest fan of that there, but you do get hard keys down here for actual HVAC control. So you get both. Thank you. That's how you do it. And you still get a volume knob, Brian. Look at that.
A scroll.
No tuning, but you do get a volume knob. Lots of stuff going on here. This lane keep works the best in Hyundai and Kia. And down here, Brian, four-wheel drive lock. Maybe more on that later. But Brian, most importantly, it's dual motor. It's EV.
Let's go.
0 to 60.
Let's go.
All right, Brian, the hamster got a family. Let's see if it's fast. Time to hit it.
Sport mode, traction off, auto hold, mat it.
Oh! Wow. Jeez. Good thing it's got a nice
40,
comfy
50,
headrest.
and 60 miles an hour.
4.87 with me in the car.
With you in it. 4.63 without you in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Ron, not surprising. This is what you get with a dual motor EV.
Of course. Yeah. But it's big and heavy.
It is.
So that's still impressive.
It's still impressive.
I'll tell you right now.
Even if that is a party trick of EVs, it's still a cool party trick.
Well, look, you and I are not like, shepherds of the EV world by any means. And we still aren't, despite this vehicle. But Telluride is never going to do that. And that is your argument of advancing technology from internal combustion to EV.
Exactly. And Brian, onto the actual EV9 itself and ride and drive. Here's where I'm going to go to with this. And yes, you and I are not the biggest EV supporters on the planet.
No.
I think that's documented.
They have their place, but it's not like for us.
But the ones we fall in love with are the ones that are just good, practical vehicles that don't get too cute.
Ford Lightning.
Ford Lightning is just an F-150.
This is just a Telluride.
This is just a nice, restylized Telluride.
Right. And
it's functional. Right, it's practical.
By the way, that's high praise. We're not saying, it's just Telluride.
Yes.
Telluride is really good.
Yes.
So is this.
Why is it so hard for other EV manufacturers to figure out?
So I think of the Polestar from Volvo. That's a pretty thing, like a purse. Mm-hmm. But this is like a good backpack.
Yeah.
This is going to work and do everything you need to do and still look cool.
It really is.
And you're just going to be so happy that you have it.
And the good news is if I don't sell for money, you might be able to get a deal on these.
Well, yeah, that's true. Look, there's cash on none of these things. EVs in general right now, there's about 10K off of what they were maybe 6 months ago, just as a kind of general statement.
And you still get a lot of discounts with a lot of them. So, yes, this is $70-something thousand, but you could probably sneak a deal on those. Let us know what you get if you've got one of these. We're curious. Real world present.
We've talked about interior. It's actually really impressive and cool, and packaging's great. It is quiet. And ride and drive, there is not active dampening on this, and you can tell.
Yeah.
So when you do the drive mode buttons, it's really just power delivery.
Yeah.
It's all it is. Steering feels the same. It gets a little bit stiffer, but doesn't change the ratio. Man, look, this thing has self-leveling in the rear because it can take some payload, and it can tow 5,000 pounds.
That's pretty good, actually, for an EV.
Quite good right there with the Telluride, but it's wallowy. And the Telluride does handle a little better because it's so much lighter.
True.
That's basically it. But 21-inch wheels, and I'm not jarred. I'm not spilling coffee. It's not riding rough.
It's roomy. It's comfortable. It's quiet. It's premium.
It is definitely premium, and these seats are incredible. But in sport mode, the bolsters do come in like a BMW.
Can we get headrests like this in every car?
Oh my gosh,
seriously,
this is great. So all that being said, if you've been sleeping on Kia, I'm going to tell us again to a lot of people we know, you just haven't driven one recently, and this is a great example of what they can do.
Yeah, pay attention. Get the Kia.
Right. Or Hyundai,
whatever.
Flavor.
But yeah, it's awesome. They know what they're doing. It's taking the fight straight to Rivian and Tesla.
Yeah.
You should not dismiss this because it's a legacy manufacturer.
One more thing we forgot about in the interior, great to notice, the Genesis products, the GV60 was the first one to have this, has a fingerprint reader, and so does this. And so you can program like your drive modes to each individual that way.
Seats and stuff, and the steering wheel probably, because it's
powered. It's powered, all kind of stuff. So it's not specific to a physical key, it can be just your own human key.
Pretty smart.
Pretty neat. I would take this over, I think, any other EV in the segment.
Ooh.
Because of all the keyness just being so good.
Yeah, it's going to be reliable.
It's just going to work. Yeah.
With that, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let us know what you would prefer, this or a Rivian R1S or
an Escalade.
Or an Escalade. Or let us know what kind of deal you've gotten on yours. Look, this is a practical 3-row EV. Hard to find those. Thanks for watching.
Oh boy.